What's up guys, Bearded Gun 88 here. Today I'm going to do a quick video on my Discovery. Two of the mods I have done to it, the 2-screw trigger mod and the adjustable power mod. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to do them. Alrighty, so let's get into it. To do both of the mods, the trigger mod and the adjustable FPS mod, you'll have to take the stock off of the gun. And if you have a scope like I do, you're going to have to remove your scope as well. Before you start, always make sure you're degassed. It's not worth taking the risk. So to take the stock off, you're going to have to use a Phillips screwdriver. Take this screw out here, and before the stock can come off, you're going to have to take out your safety. What I use to take out my safety is just a thin Allen key. You can stick it up in this little crevice here, and there is going to be a little spring that you just release the tension off of. And your safety comes right out. Take off this screw. This is the only screw that holds the Discovery stock on. Now the stock is off. Now you're going to want to remove your scope. I have mine on there pretty tight. Now remember, when you do this power adjuster mod, you won't be able to degas. So if you use HPA, stick with HPA. If you're using CO2, stay with CO2. So the first step in the FPS mod, you want to take out, need a flathead, forgot that. I will be right back. Alright, now that I have a flathead, you're going to want to remove the screw that's right there, and you're going to want to remove the screw that's at the top here. Once you remove both of these screws, this back plate here should come right off. Slides right out, and inside of here is your hammer spring. Now, when I bought this rifle, I cut down my hammer spring by 2 coils to increase my shot count. So now, what you want to do is, the back of the Discovery, the piece you took off of the back, has a small screw hole. And I'll show you that to you right now. Give me 1 second. Has a small screw hole. It's meant for the degasser to fit down in there. It goes through the spring, presses the diaphragm inside so you can degas it. Now, lucky for me, just through my shop, I had a screw that fit and was long enough. So all you have to do is screw that in there, and that's how it's adjustable, just by the Twisting that screw in or out is how you're going to adjust your power. The other piece you're going to need, this is the spring. This is just a normal screw I found. The head diameter is the same diameter as this spring. So when I set it in there, it sits right in the top, just like that. Okay, so theoretically what's going on here is this screw screwed into the back presses this and collapses that spring. The stiffer the spring, the higher your FPS. That's all there is to it. So what you do is you set this back inside. Seat your spring. Set your top screw. Set your bottom screw. And then through the back port here is where you get your other screw. Fits those threads. And you just start twisting it in. The screw I have is a Phillips. You can pretty much do it by hand out in the field. You don't really need a screwdriver. Just makes it a little easier. Then you have to find the sweet spot. If you push it too far in, you won't be able to cock it. I can't cock it right now because I have my safety out. It keeps you from cocking it if your safety's out. So right now, if you try it, nothing, won't click back. So after it's all put together, what I do is I twist it all the way in, try to cock it. If it doesn't cock, I quarter turn it out, try it again, until it clicks. And once it clicks, that's the highest FPS that you can shoot at with this mod. Like I said, I've done it. Cutting my spring down, I was getting about 25 shots at this current FPS. With this mod maxed out, I'm around probably about 15 to 16 shots. But with the higher FPS, I'm getting further out there. I'm reaching targets that I couldn't hit before. So it's definitely worth it. Okay, now for the 2-screw mod. All this mod does is takes up the play in your trigger. I almost have 0 play in my trigger. All you have to do is on the side here, if you can see it, there is 2 screws. One here, one here, both flathead. You're going to want to take this off, be careful about it. There's springs inside here, there's set pins. Just watch where they come out at, watch where they go. Take your time. Don't rush with this. Alright. Sorry if you guys can hear that. I live right across the street from a fire station. Okay, so the 2-screw mod, you can see them right in here. There and there. 10 30-second screws. You'll have to find the size. Don't remember what size they are. The hole is already there for both of these. It just fits right in. Takes a little second because you got to get it to thread a little bit. Really easy. So you screw those into the back and adjust it to how you like it. Right now I have 0 play. No play in my trigger. From when I cock it, the next movement is it firing. There's no leeway at all. Now it didn't change the foot-pounds on my trigger at all, which I'm not too happy about. There's other mods I can do to do that. I've been thinking about going to the 3 screw mod, which is where you drill a little hole right in the bottom plate here, and it changes your sear engagement. Still don't know if I want to do that yet, because I am planning on going with the M-Rod trigger. But those are the 2 mods I have. There's a little spring behind the trigger assembly here. I switched that out with a ballpoint pin trigger, made it a little softer. I don't know if it changed anything. I've seen it on a few forums, but I did it anyways. Doing the 2 screw trigger mod has helped with my accuracy a little bit, not too much, but it's still better than the stock trigger by far. Stock trigger on this thing is not very good. But other than that, you just throw your cover plate back on. Alright, so we're going to set it back into the stock. And try not to over tighten this. I've heard of people snapping it off. I heard they're not very strong. Just get it snug. Alright. And then back with this safety. What I do is get that thin Allen key. It's always harder when it's on camera. Can't quite see. Trying to give you guys a good view. Hold that spring back. Drop your safety in there. Make sure it's working. This one is. And like I said, with the adjustable screw in the back, try to cock it. That one worked. So that means that I can theoretically tighten it a little more. Still working. There we go. That's right about at the end for this screw. If I went a little bit longer, I might be able to get a little bit more out of it. But it's where I like it. It's where I had it before. But that's basically it. 2 mods definitely worth doing on the Discovery. That takes it from stock, decent shooter, to way better. Will help you improve your accuracy with the 2 screw mod. The adjustable power mod is going to give you that higher FPS to get that pellet out there further. One thing for me is when I was shooting JSBs, they pretty much were always dead on no matter what FPS I was at. Now if you have seen my other videos, I said polymags were pretty bad in this gun. They weren't very accurate. They destabilized in air. They had a really bad barrel roll. As soon as I put the adjustable power mod on there and I crank that FPS higher, the polymags stabilized in air. Those things are amazing now. I guess the problem I was having before is the FPS wasn't fast enough to stabilize them in the air. Now that I have that higher FPS, I can use polymags. They are amazing. My last video I posted, those shots on the birds, were all with polymags. You can hear that loud pop from the polymags. So, stay tuned, more videos to come. This weekend, I'm going to go out and probably do some rabbit hunting. Try to get you guys some video of that out here in sunny Arizona. Soon it's going to be getting close to 100 degrees. It's always good to hear where you guys are from. Leave it in the comments. Tell me where you guys are watching my video from. Until next time, make sure to like, leave a comment. Comments are always appreciated. Bearded Gun 88. See you guys later.